your love.
All right, guys, another pattern recognition moment. Have you figured it out yet? Every time I start these videos, you're seeing coffee, juice, or something else that was part of my office. That's not random, it's intentional. I'm priming you. I'm exposing you to the things that were part of my routine, part of what made my office unique. And here's the deal. When my doctor recommends store opens up, I'll share all of this with you. I'm not selling anything. I'm just an affiliate. If you want to try it out, there'll be a link. Click it if you want to. If not, no big deal. But people always ask me about these things. What kind of coffee do I drink? What juice do I recommend? Instead of explaining it over and over again, I'm putting it all in one place for you. And yeah, if you click the link, I make 10% off it. But honestly, this is about sharing what works for me, so you can decide if it works for you. And speaking of routines, let's talk about the 4 a.m. club. You've seen those pictures I designed for it. Kind of fierce, right? That's the vibe I'm going for, because waking up at 4 a.m. is about owning your day before anyone else even starts theirs. Here's the thing. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day, and no alarm clock needed. People always ask me how or why I do it, because let's be honest, most people don't want to wake up that early. But for me, it's simple. When you wake up at 4 a.m., you own the day. You get quiet time to focus on yourself before the world starts pulling at your attention. It's not easy at first, I get that. But once your body adjusts and you start waking up naturally without an alarm clock, it changes everything. You feel sharper, more productive, and more in control of your time. Now let's tie this back to my office routine. Music was a huge part of what made my office stand out. It wasn't soothing or mellow. It had a beat. It was upbeat and energizing, the kind of music that made people move without even realizing it. Patients would sit there for 8 to 10 minutes during therapy and suddenly find themselves tapping their feet or nodding their heads to the rhythm. They'd say things like, "Wow, doc, you've got really good music," or "I've never heard music like this in an office before." And that was exactly what I wanted, to create an atmosphere that energized people while they healed. But music isn't just something I used in my office. It's also my key to getting into what's called the flow state. That's when you're so locked into what you're doing that time seems to disappear and everything just clicks. Check this part out right here.
And just be with the love, alright. And the riders will not stop us, 'cause the only drug they'll find is paradise. No, the riders will not stop us, 'cause the only love they'll find is paradise. No, the riders will not stop us, the only love they'll find is paradise.
hear that? That groove? That's where it all comes together for me. Music isn't just entertainment, it's a tool. In my office, it helped create an environment where people felt good and connected with the energy around them. Now, outside of the office, it helps me connect with myself and perform at my best. So here's my challenge for you. Find your flow state song. Experiment with different artists or genres until you find that one track that makes everything else fade away and lets you lock in on whatever you're doing. For me, if it wasn't Lenny Kravitz back in the day, it was Seal and Future Love Paradise. That's my jam when I need to get into the zone. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you're curious about some of these things like coffee or juice that I use regularly, or even how I pull off waking up at 4 a.m. without an alarm clock, check out the links below.